Good morning. My name is Michael R. Roser, and I am co-founder of Strategic Life Coaching, LLC. Please visit us at our website, abundantlifeslc.com, for this videos and more hints on helping you transform your life. I wanted to follow up this morning on a video that I made yesterday about the transformation plan, and again, warms my heart that there's such interest in it, but I did talk about some cautions yesterday, and I thought it might be a good idea to give you an example of specifically what I'm talking about as it relates to your physical part of your transformation plan and getting yourself back in condition and shape, more flexible, and so on. One of the things that I struggle with on a daily basis is my lower back. And I have had lower back pain my entire life, and it got to such a point where I was losing feeling in the second and third toes on my left and right foot. And as I went in to take a look at that, I have some disc issues, which is what is in between my vertebrae that act as shock absorbers. And over time, and playing basketball on tile floors in South Dakota for years, and North Dakota, those have frayed and they have worn, and occasionally those actually will bulge out a bit. My most recent example was playing basketball with my son a couple summers ago, and as I tried to make a move to get around him, that disc bulged out to an extent where it hit my sciatic nerve, and I went down like just a box of cards. And it was very, very painful, and it set me back, months in my workout regimen. And so obviously I had to take a look at that, and I had to be very, very cautious of my lower back going forward if I wanted to maintain and improve my physical state. So as I was mentioning, and the importance of the assessment plan that we do for our clients prior to getting involved in any of the transformation plan itself. And a couple of examples would be in that assessment plan, again relating to the physical part, would be a seated compression test and a standing heel drop test. And what those are designed to do is ferret out if you are having some lower back pain by doing some very modest exercises. And when I did those, I was feeling some pain, so I had to make some adjustments in my workout. One quick example is that in order to strengthen my core, I did lots and lots and lots of sit-ups several times per day. Nobody likes sit-ups. I know I certainly don't, but they are very helpful in engaging and strengthening your core. And so by doing some research, I was able to find a way to continue to strengthen my core without putting unnecessary pressure on my spine. And I think that's the idea of, working out in general. The idea of, getting healthy would be to do it in such a way where you're limiting unnecessary pain. Because I will promise you, in the 6 years that I've been working out, in order to get back in shape, there is going to be some pain sometimes, certainly discomfort, by increasing your endurance, increasing your cardiovascular strength, increasing your core and stability. And so what we would do, again, is go back, find out what you're bringing to the table. I know I wasn't bringing very much at the beginning, and my personal trainer started literally at square one. We did very easy exercises at the beginning, focusing on our stability and core, and frankly focusing on the form of doing those exercises. I can't tell you how many times in my travels in different workout clubs, not only in Chicago but in Florida, I walk in and see people that are picking up their physical conditioning plan, picking up from where they left off weeks, months, even years prior, and they're trying to start where they left off. Well, there's a problem with that, obviously, on two different levels. One is as time goes on, and you'd be surprised how quickly your muscles will decondition, To try to lift the weight that you were lifting before just isn't practical, number one. And number two, and more importantly, we're getting older. I can't do what I did in my 20s any longer. And although my pride and my ego thought 2 summers ago when I was playing basketball with my son that I could continue to do those things, I was reminded in a very painful way, no, you cannot. And so I had to make some adjustments. We've talked about ego and pride and that's on another tape. But for right now, it is to be careful, to be cautious, and start slowly. And I strongly suggest that you do that with a professional at the beginning. I had one client tell me very recently that, gee, Michael, that it's expensive. I don't know if I want to add that expense to an already tight budget. And I certainly appreciate and agree with that. Lord knows I'm paying for college education, I'm saving for weddings and retirement and so forth. I believe that not only is that not an expense, it's a direct investment in yourself. And just like people put money away into their IRA accounts, hoping that will accumulate and build up so that they can use that money later on when they're retired, this is exactly the same investment. You're investing into yourself and into your health so that those dividends and interest that accumulate, you will be able to use later. My father-in-law is almost 80, and it's amazing to me what he can still do, playing golf, working in his garden, and so forth. He took good care of himself in his life, and the dividends are being paid right for that. So try to think of it in terms of that investment. And I had another client joke with me and goes, Mike, you're proving to me that why am I saving money in the first place if I'm not going to be around, or I'm not going to be healthy when I'm around? What good is all this money that I'm putting away? Again, I feel that's a topic for another conversation, but suffice it to say this morning, make that investment in yourself and you will be rewarded down the road. I'm living proof of that. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye now.